When I had no God, I was living out the slow nod. So far to the sickness that I was living in till it broke off. So hard with the madness I gained. Oh, why this sadness and pain. I was driven like a robot, could've done much better, but I never really knew nothing but the soul plots. The judge told me show cause. Never did I calm down, all I did was perpetrate a bogart. And this was my goal, dog. Never really hear from my kids, but I still keep shooting them some postcards. You only hearing from me now, cause God came and did surgery. This is what you call post-op. Finally grown calm, used to only know peace when I was in the streets, chasing them those spots. My life was darker than ebony, but then I met God. He brought me that serenity that judge could never achieve or equal that remedy. He wiped away my sinful stain, clean slate. I got acquitted with the spiritual clemency. Now instead of living in that dreamscape, I've escaped, and all it took was no Christ. That was my destiny.
No God, then there's no peace. But if you know God, then you're really gonna know peace. No God, then there's no peace. But if you know God, then you're gonna know.
There was no sins in my mind's asylum. Nothing could quiet the riot till I went seeking a higher pilot. That's when the sirens, they finally went silent. United with the lion, the shepherd, the lamb, the great I am. Now my climate is cooler, this is summer fans. I'm back in alignment, no giant can stand in the way of the spiritual titan. Oh yeah, 4 years I've been waiting for this so bad. Never gonna let him take me back. No man can stop with God blessings, and I know where my home's at. It's a known fact, where's my soul's at? Once I take the cold nap, with the streets are made to go where I roam at. Before I met the Lord, I was surrounded by crows black. I was stuck, eating that poison like a clone rat. Paranoid, thinking that my phone's a tap. He hung on that cross for you and me, like a coat rack. Once I tapped into that told my life, now I know where my hope's at. Once I tapped into that told my life, now I know where my hope's at.